Hello and welcome to the Globetrottin ADs. Since 2019, a way for athletic directors, activity coordinators, coaches, and friends to connect and collaborate no matter where they are around the world. We hope that you enjoyed the podcast and share it with anyone you think will enjoy it as well. And now, let's get this episode started.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Globetrottin ADs. We're back again. It's been a little while. It's been a pretty hectic and busy fall season, and
Yes.
we're probably not up to our normal speed of things, but all good. And it's good to be back, Nick, and getting together for another podcast. So, hi, everybody, and welcome to this week. So, we're going to talk about a couple things, just Nick and I today. Some things that are on the horizon that might be of good interest to international school athletic programs out there in the world. Some happenings that Nick's going to be a part of for an upcoming conference, and then maybe a little chit chat about the upcoming NIAAA conference that'll be taking place next month, which is hard to believe already over there in the USA. A little bit of highlights about that, and just staying in touch and seeing what's happening out there in the world. So, what's up with you, Nick?
Perfect. Sounds like a great episode. And yeah, it's great. You mentioned it. This is episode 6. And the one with Juan, we put out last week, but actually we recorded it quite a while ago. It's been busy. I think busier than always, but maybe that's just every year. You know, talking about it today, like, why are these tournaments so hard this year? Why is it so busy? And
I feel it.
we're just like, I think it's just like every year. It's just a lot. It's
Yeah,
just a lot.
there's never really like a downtime, right?
No.
It's just, I mean, there was during the fall break. We had our fall break. You guys had yours a couple weeks ago. That was great. That was nice.
But
Very well received. It was nice to kind of unplug for a little
well, see,
bit.
yeah,
And
you unplug, but I have
good.
a hard time in the fall, like the February break, because other schools aren't off, right? So emails are coming in, tournaments are coming up. Like the deadline for our airlines for names and some things like for free changes and stuff was during our fall break.
Yeah.
So I was in Italy. I loved it. We had a great time with the family. We were in Naples and Amalfi, but every day I was checking my emails. You know, so it wasn't you couldn't tune out. It was awesome. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but you couldn't tune out.
You got to do a little bit of something, right? You
Yeah,
got to,
yeah,
you're never out.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I hear
Christmas
you.
is a break. Everybody's got
Sure.
Christmas at the same time for most, around the world. So no one's bugging you, asking you for stuff. It's like that's really like an easy one to tune out with, right?
Yeah. Yeah, which luckily isn't too far away. Just,
No.
another 6 weeks or so.
Yeah,
But
I mean, for me, I guess my Christmas break starts in about a month. December 4th, hip
yeah,
surgery,
right.
hip
Too.
surgery round 2. I'll be then off for 3 weeks,
Christmas is coming early.
which
It
goes right into Christmas break.
is going to bring you a new tip.
Yeah, we did talk like both of us aren't going to the NIAAA conference
Yeah.
for other
Yeah.
reasons, but for me it worked out wonderfully because I need to get a second hip and I need it as soon as I can, and that's early December, so I would have been canceling that trip anyway
Right.
for the surgery. So a bit lucky being unlucky.
Yeah. Unfortunately for me, I'm not getting a new hip. Uh, but unfortunately, I won't be attending the conference this
Right.
year. But next year, I'm planning to go back and be there for sure because it is an awesome experience. I love going there every year and reconnecting with everybody, of course, and all the PD courses and taking more courses and the demos that
Yeah.
happen with all
All the
the
free
project
stuff. You love the free stuff.
stuff. Yeah. But everybody who's out there listening who's going, have an awesome time and enjoy it for us, even though we won't be there. Think of us,
Yeah.
have a beer for us, and
Yeah.
have a great time there at the NIAAA for sure. So,
And I may have to mute the group chat. I don't know if I can handle all the messages and people meeting up when I'm when I'm on the couch. So if you're in that group chat, I may have to mute it for that week, but I'm still there.
for sure.
Wait, hey, actually, we wanted to talk. So we talked a little bit of the conference. Obviously, that's coming up in Austin. but the NIAAA student scholarship is our main kind of focus today.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. We mentioned it last December that it was a possibility, and it's now official out there in the world. Um, our students can apply for the student scholarship. So,
Yeah, this is fantastic because it's I don't want to say a long time coming, but I think it's it's really adding to the relationship that we've built with the NIAAA over the years, and international schools, and they're them taking us seriously as wanting to get involved in professional development and with the association and all the certification levels and the tests and all. We've done a lot of work with them, and I think this is great because it's another uh, stepstone in our work we've done with them, and
right.
this is a fantastic way because not only is it good for our schools, but it's going to benefit some kids and some
Yeah.
families that are connected to our worlds
Yep.
through the NIAAA. That's a very, very positive thing. So it's a great thing all around.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool. Really cool. If you've been to the conference, you know that there's usually two students, a male and a female, that speak at the conference, and they read their essay that they've written about basically the importance of high school athletics for them. And those two students that are there, they have won the national uh, scholarship, and they've gone through first school wide, statewide, region wide, section wide, and then they win and they get to speak at the conference. So our students internationally are now a part of that process. So it's pretty easy, I would say, to work through it. But the top of the pyramid is only students at schools that have an AD that's an NIAAA member are allowed to take part.
Right.
So it's a benefit for you if you're an NIAAA member. It's a benefit for your students at your school. Could be a way more of you sign up and become NIAAA members, which would be great. But it's pretty cool. So, Matt, why don't I walk them through the steps, right? Pretty easy, I think. First of the regions. So, if you're a student at my school, for example, I'm an NIAAA member. We can put forward one male and one female out of our school, and they would go into a pool with all the other students that come out of schools in the European region. We pick a winner, a male and a female, out of Europe, and they go against the winners of the four other regions around the world. So that's Africa, Middle East, Southeast Asia, and Central/South America. So then we have a male and a female from each of those areas, five, and five. And the winner of those regions then wins the international section, and they go against the sectional winners in the United States, which I believe there's seven, not a lot, excuse me, not a lot. And then the national, or let's say world winner is crowned. So obviously there's some steps there. But along the way, if you are your school winner, that's pretty cool. If you're your regional winner, that's really cool. You get a certificate, something on your application. If you win the international section, you win $1,500. And if you win the whole thing, you win $3,500.
Yeah,
And a pretty cool thing on your resume.
absolutely. Just a year late, me.
Yeah,
Which
and you
was
know,
this year ago. Well, my kid was a senior, but
yeah, and mine's in 10th grade. So we're out of this for this year. But but no, it's pretty cool.
the requirements
Yeah.
to be eligible are pretty reasonable. I think you can't be a schlub, but be a high school senior. You got to now. This is what's going to be interesting is like maintain a minimum of a B plus average, and how does that work with many of our kids being in the IB? I'm not exactly sure, but I think there's some kind of
Yeah,
conversion.
we have the IB equivalent. They're going to get updated on there. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you know, Rank in the top 25% of their class or achieve an ACT score of 24, which so it's pretty pretty good stuff in terms of like what kids have to do to qualify. Two sports for at least 2 years in each year. Varsity ladder, which I think we can vouch for in our programs. I don't
Yep.
think probably international schools don't have the letter.
You,
Sit,
you play in a varsity team. That's your varsity letter.
yeah,
Yeah.
for,
Yep.
so it's a little bit of work, but if you're a good kid, good student, and you meet this criteria, it's a reasonable shot, I think, to get a qualify for this scholarship. So
Yeah.
very good stuff.
Yeah. And the deadline around the world for those is March 15th. They have to be in by March 15th. And so there's some time. Really, the whole process and everything's done online. There's you as a AD has a NIAAA login. You would log in. You would put the student that you recommend from your school. Then they'll get a link. They can upload their essay. Pretty easy, and it's really all there online. We'll put the link in the description, the program notes. But it's niaaa.org, and then you go to About Us, and then there's a tab that's called Awards and Recognition. And then you scroll down to Student Scholarship, and it's all laid out. The minimum requirements that Matt meant, some more info, a timeline, and it's just so recent that they haven't updated the international contacts. So if you scroll down, you see from every state. If you're in Alabama, for example, you have to email if you want more information. Albert's email is there, and soon the international people will be there. But there's not that many, and most of you know each other, so I'm going to just read them out. But you can always contact Matt or I for any of this information. But in Europe, surprise, surprise, it's me and Jim Matter. In Africa, David Getz. Mark Bushini is in the Middle East. In Southeast Asia, it's Todd Parham and Chris Mott. And then in Central and South America, it's Clau and Juan. And if you don't know Juan, listen to last week's episode, and you'll get more information about him. But yeah, pretty cool, Matt. I think, our kids don't need money for the most part, right? To say you get 1,500, but it's more about the, the feather in your cap, right? To say that you won this and you moved on to maybe the next level, and
Sure.
who knows? Maybe we have someone from around the world speaking at the national conference next year in Florida.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. But you never know. Like you never know kids' situations in school. Like I know, we have chat groups out there with the international school AD groups, and one of the topics that has come up in the past is like, what do your schools do to help offset costs for trips? Is there a scholarship program of some sort, or you have other methods you use to keep it affordable? So, although the vast majority of, the vast makeup of our student populations are fairly affluent. We know that. But you never know. I mean, there are some people who are, and I know at our school for sure, there are some kids who are there on scholarship based on their parents' employment or affiliation with the school. Maybe some local hire kids who are going to your school. So this could be a really great opportunity for folks like that who are on the fringe, I would say, of
true.
our types of schools. So why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think as hearing you say that, of course, if my daughter won 1,500 euros, I'd be quite happy. That's money out of my pocket. Like, who am I kidding? We don't need the money, but some of our kids don't need the money.
A lot of beer money in Austria.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
It's no, like I said earlier, I think it's validation for us as international school athletic directors and what we bring to the NIAAA, but also to our schools, and it's just another nice little feather in the cap, I think, for all of us to be able to put something like this together and benefit a kid who wants to go through this process.
Right. Yeah, very cool. NIAAA student scholarship now applications are open, really.
Maybe there's a PDF that they had sent out. Maybe we can post that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, the NIAAA Phil Risen sent out an email to all international members, right, not too long ago. But I think it's important for people that aren't members, right? That if you're thinking about it, or you let your membership slide, because you went to a conference one time or took a few courses, you definitely have to be, it has to be valid in that year, right?
Yeah.
But it's not too late. You can become a member today and submit a student application next week. So it works that way too.
Kukri Sports is a clothing brand that specializes in providing the world's most prestigious schools with bespoke made and designed team uniforms. If you're frustrated by inconsistent colors, branding, cost, and sizing across your teams, then it's time to email someone at Kukri Sports today. When you email contact@kukrisports.com, tell them about the Globetrottin ADs, and you'll receive a special offer on your coach or PE staff order.
Yeah, next topic. Nick's on the road, heading out to Southeast Asia, going to Bangkok.
Yeah, and I said next week because we're recording this on Wednesday, November 6th. Sorry for every American has a black armband on today, maybe. But next week. But this will come out Monday. So anyway, next week from when we're talking about it, I'm off to the FaZe conference. Looking forward to that. That's it's going to be special, I think. Not just for me, but everyone that's there, because it's a first-time shot for them. It's combined with this PE conference. And,
so maybe give us an overview. What is FaZe? And
you're gonna make me spell it out.
Who's going to be there?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna be there, Matt. Don't make me research it. I'm just teasing. No, it was a PE conference out there. 21st Century Learning. It has put this on for a while. A PE conference has been great. I did some virtual stuff for them for a few years ago during COVID, and they've added this AD section. We talked about it with Chris, so I'm going to go into too much detail. But really, it's a collection of PE teachers, coaches, and now ADs. And as of right now, there's 62 ADs signed up to attend.
Awesome!
So, to me, that's amazing. 62. I know there's 2 of us from Europe, Greg Hart in Zurich and myself. And then lots of other people from that area. So. There's 4 NIAAA courses on offer. So Chris put this together and has 901, 2, 3, and 4. And, there's up to 24 people sign up for 901 and 28 for 902. So that's pretty good numbers and pretty cool. Yeah. So
and just for the record, I was invited.
You were, absolutely.
But I had to turn it down because I am hosting a tournament on the same.
Yes.
This wasn't going to work out for me to attend.
No, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
Love to be there, of course, and co-present and do all the usual stuff. But
so I have 2 sessions that I've put together, my own thoughts and ideas, as well as I'm teaching 903 and 904. So that'll keep me busy those 4 days. But I'm also going to be out there. I have. Matt, I'm going to represent us well. I think I got some, koozies that you've got done. I've got a couple stickers. I've got some really nice zip-up Kukri pullovers that I'm going to kind of raffle off. So I'm going to have the the coach and the AD survey that would come out typically this spring. I'm going to have it ready. Going to have people there if they want to fill it in already. So if they fill it in, they're going to get their name in a draw. If they haven't signed up for our newsletter, there'll be a link there to sign up for the newsletter. They do that, you'll get your name in a draw. And then on the last day, I'll pick some winners for some really nice Kukri zip-ups. So that's cool, I think. And I also want to engage with lots of people, get some content. Primarily, I want to ask some coaches some questions. So something like the survey that we've done, but in person. Get you mic'd up, put a camera in front of you, and record some things. So, yeah, just what you feel like. What's your favorite team to coach and why? How long you've been coaching? What would you change if you could change something about coaching in an international school? A couple of questions like that. So I expect the answers to be maybe 2 minutes long. Just a couple quick hits. Unfortunately, no life stories or things like that. But
Yeah.
maybe I meet some interesting guests for some upcoming episodes as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great opportunity. It'll be, I think, for you, what an amazing trip to be able to connect with some new folks and see a new part of the world
Yeah.
and hear from other folks in our area.
Yeah.
How-
No, absolutely. I'll send you some pictures. I'll send you some pictures, Matt. We'll spam you a little bit.
Any, have you seen any names though? Maybe some folks we know, some other ADs in that region? Information
No, no, I
over there?
haven't. Like aside from some of the people that I know are presenting that are there, I haven't looked into the or gotten sent the attendee list. I just know that one other person from Europe, as I mentioned, Greg.
Gotcha.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
and hey, we're putting this out on Monday. Maybe you guys are listening, so obviously don't hide from me if I have my mic out or I have the phone on a stand to record. And maybe I play an example, Matt. What do you think? Like a minute long
Yeah,
example, yeah. So
sure.
I'll cut to one of my coaches. I wanted to try it out, see what he thought of the questions and that. So let's just roll what I'm talking about. It's about a minute and a half from one of my volleyball and basketball coaches.
Cool.
My name is Johannes Poor, Coach P, at the American International School of Vienna, and I'm a mix of Austrian and American. Favorite level is the JV boys at this point that I've coached. They don't have the stress yet of being a junior or senior and are more dedicated to athletics at this point. So that's my favorite level. The thing I love about coaching is that the kids come voluntarily. It's their choice to come and learn something new. And that sets them straight above any other kid that's coming into classroom that might not want to be there, but these kids want to be there, and that's what I love about coaching. I have to say my favorite team that I coached was the JV boys last year. We were a small group, but a huge heart. They played together so well. We did actually very well, even though it was a very small team and a lot of them were beginners, but they just came together like a real great team, and that was my favorite team to coach. Yeah, I would hope there'd be just some more emphasis on sports and on games and on the ability to train a little bit more. I feel like academia has surpassed athletics so much that it would be nice to bring those two back together again. A little bit, raise athletics again.
Perfect. So yeah, Johannes sounded great coach, and not always in front of the mic and video. So I have the video of that. So don't worry if you stutter or have to do a couple takes, it'll be fine. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at, and we'll put it together some content on social. But I think with the surveys that we do and put together, that'll be some great add-ons and really get some voices on record of all this great stuff that we do.
Oh, good.
Cool. You are going to be together with me at a conference this year, though, Matt. Let's talk about that.
For sure.
Where are we going? Do you know? Where is it? Put you on the spot.
What?
Split, yes. Split, Croatia, March 13th to 15th, the CISA conference. Nathan Whitaker definitely will be there. And we'll have some NIAAA courses too. What's that?
Yeah. I said finally we're getting him over this way, which will be exciting, and it'll be great energy to the group, and a lot of fun and a great location too, right? And it'll be the farewell for the director of CISA, Kathy Stetson. So that'll be exciting, and I'm sure a lot of festivities happening for that. So yeah, good chance for folks to get together and do some PD and connect and have a great time as usual.
Yeah. And not officially confirmed, but we'll confirm that this week before this is out. But it looks like we will have 903 and 904
Mhm.
on offer there for for anybody that wants to take an NIAAA course. So some people that are interested in our CISA group, we pool them as it's a CISA conference, and I got some nice replies and some people excited to continue with those courses. We offered 901 and 902 recently, so this would be the next steps for them. So yeah, that'll be cool.
Or anybody out there who's
Anybody.
anybody at the conference, if you no matter where you are, the first I remember actually going back a long ways. The first time we tried to offer the NIAAA course or the pilot program was 2014. My memory serves me correct, in Vienna.
Okay.
And I remember guys coming in from
Yeah.
China,
Yeah.
and it was mind blowing at the time to think like, holy mackerel,
Yeah.
guys heard about this, they're coming, and it was an awesome atmosphere. And
We didn't have any speakers then like that. That was just
oh, it's just a
a
group of
couple
us getting
courses,
together.
right? And
Yeah,
nothing else. And
one. I think I
yeah,
remember.
yeah, that was
So
great.
maybe two, I can't remember. But yeah, so
That was great. So Split, Croatia, beautiful place. I was there in June this past year. So
yeah,
no matter where
fantastic.
you are in the world, if you want to see some Croatian culture, that's a great place, and hang out with Matt and I. March 13th to 15th.
The only thing is, it's not the easiest place to get to, right? With
Okay.
flying or other.
You have to
I
make a couple connections. I have to make a connection, and that's pretty rare for me in Vienna.
I'm actually
Yeah.
considering even driving down.
Wow.
Like, Budapest isn't terrible. It's like 6 hours
Oh,
ish.
yeah.
It's doable. But we're also talking maybe the school might organize a bus for folks that are going to the
Cool.
conference. Up on, but I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
We'll
that
play
would
it
be
by.
cool. Party bus down to the
But it's
conference.
not a bad road trip,
No,
really. I
no.
mean, if you don't mind driving, it's not terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. There you go. Maybe I just come to Budapest and join the Budapest crowd. You're already taking teachers of mine and coaches, so we could just join right in.
You might be next.
Matt, you got a lot on your plate the next 2 weeks. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, so it's just, every day right now is it's kind of a grind because we have a lot of tick boxes. I'm
Yeah,
sure everybody's facing it seems like each year there's more and more tick boxes, right?
yeah,
More layers and layers that are going into what we do for, good reasons, but it's also can be time consuming
yep,
and just it just gets on it loads on your plate. So you got to work through that and fight through that a little bit. But in the end, I think, of course, it's still the matter of getting out there when the events are finally happening, and you see kids out there who are
yep,
participating, playing and competing, and coaches are into it, and they're bringing teams together and making it an amazing experience for the kids. So that's really what, in the end, what it's all about. And all the work that goes into it, of course, is it's a lot. It's a
yeah,
little stressful. It can be a little exhausting, but I think it's important to keep that at the forefront. Like, what the end result's going to be. The product is going to be that these kids get this amazing experience. So that's important to keep that in the focus. So that's where I am at
yeah.
the moment. Like,
Keep
trying to
reassuring yourself.
and this week, this week's a big weekend because we've got not only we're hosting a 2-day middle school girls soccer tournament for the SKIS group. Then on Saturday, we're hosting a volleyball tournament as well. Two volleyball tournaments for the DVAC. We're hosting a JV girls volleyball tournament, a JV boys tournament. So luckily, I've got some folks in house who are going to help me with that and run those tournaments. But I'm on site, of course, and very exciting time. But yeah, it's all
Cool.
going. It's all going. And top of all the other stuff we got to do day to day,
Yeah,
preparing for next season. That's always in the background. So every day
constant.
it seems like just a little bit to chip away at the stuff I got to do to start off the next season, which is
Yeah,
the winter season right around the corner, and still need a coach or two.
yeah.
I'm searching for. So all good though, all good.
Well, I got my coaches all sorted. I thought I had them sorted last week. I was really excited. And then this week I hit a little bit of a snag.
One of them went to Budapest.
Yep, no, I got over that. I'm happy now. I'm happy. One coach moved from my school to Matt's school, but I'm over it. I'm happy. I got a good replacement. But I had a little snag this week with a coach, but sorted that out. So that's all good. But I hear
Awesome.
you. And we have this week 13 teams traveling. That's crazy to me. It's 13 going to another country, 13 teams going to another country. And then we're hosting a middle school boys soccer tournament where the teams are coming in today and tomorrow. One today, and the rest tomorrow morning. So what I'm looking forward to is all those teams leave and get to the country they're going to go to. Then I'll be really happy because they got there. They're going to have that tournament, that experience, like you said. Once they get there, then I'll be really happy and relieved, and I can just have the fun of hosting a tournament.
Okay, what are the odds though? Like 1 out of 13. How many out of 13 trips departing at once that
Yeah.
there's going to be a snag?
Yeah, well, it's going to be the ones that are meeting at 4 in the morning to go to the airport, or the ones at 5:30, or then the ones at 6:30. All those early ones. The ones that leave at like 10 tomorrow. Will be fun.
They're saying something about we don't have luggage. We can't have luggage.
We need a visa to go to the UK if we're from the Ukraine. Yeah, you do. Yeah. No, we should have all those. But yeah, you never know, right? Flight delays
Never know.
or whatever.
Well, knock on the wood,
Yeah.
of course, and we hope for the best. But that's just one of the fun parts of this job. You just never know, right? And it's all international relations and phenomena that will take place. But
Yeah, exactly.
luckily, our training. What's our I always say to myself, "What does my training tell me? What is my training? What should I?"
Go back to 901, 902.
Breath.
What did it say? What did I learn? Actually, I took a pilot of a course, and I'm gonna get the letter here in a second, but I think it was 718. It's brand new. It's gonna be an offer at the National, and I took it online. I was in the pilot group, and it was pretty good. It's I think any of the new courses are coming out are really well done, and it's called Leading the Athletic Department Through Tragic Events, and it was really good. And obviously it talked about environmental things, but also because it is American, a lot of school shootings. Someone in the community dies for any reason, not a murder or whatever, just any reason, and some things like that. And it's about preparing really for anything. So it was a good one. I really enjoyed it, and that's if you're out there and you're going to go to the conference, you haven't picked your free course if you're an instructor or just any course. 718 was pretty good. So yeah, cool. All right, Matt. Well, we're going to talk, I'm sure, through the WhatsApp, but I'll see you in a podcast after the Bangkok experience, and we'll get back at it. I'll have time. Like I said, all December I'm at home, so I'll have time.
Yeah. We'll connect then.
Yeah.
Not right out of the recovery room, though.
No.
Oh, that could be a fun one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could record from the hospital. I'll be in a couple of days. Right from there.
We'll have a fun. You've seen those videos of what people look like when they first come out of anesthesia. Yeah. So maybe we could do one of those.
Yeah. I liked it so far. It felt pretty good. But you never know.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, well, anyone out there that's finishing up their seasons or starting their next one, hosting tournaments, keep your head up, have a great time. Kids are gonna love it. So keep smiling and enjoy it.
Absolutely. So safe travels to you next week.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll connect one more time. Maybe we'll put one more out before your surgery.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
We'll have a recap of your time in Bangkok, and I'm sure between now and then something will come up.
Sure.
That we'll discuss that's worthy of our listeners having a part of. So everybody out there, have a great, like Nick said, have a great end of your season 1 if you've not gotten there yet, and start of season 2, and we'll check in sometime about then.
All right.
This has been another episode of the Globetrottin ADs. We hoped you enjoyed it. And until the next episode drops, head over to globetrottinads.com or visit us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.